I have had a stack of books that I've slowly been accumulating over the last few months, just taking up a small space in my office, and I thought it was finally time to do another book haul so they can finally find a space in my personal library. As always, lots of different genres and types of books. I really like versatility when it comes to reading, but I will start off with the couple of romance novels that I have in this haul. First off is He Sees You When You're Sleeping by Alta Hensley. This is a Christmassy dark romance that is supposed to be kind of a stalker situation. I know that sounds really strange, but I recently read an arc called Love Me, Stalk Me, and I found out I actually really enjoy dark stalker romance. Also, this was given to me as a Christmas gift by a friend, and it sounds like it's going to be super cringy, but hopefully like a 5-star cringe situation. And then the other romance in this haul is Dating and Dismemberment by A.L. Brody. This is supposed to be a monster rom-com. I don't know much about it, but I have seen it everywhere and it's always recommended to me. I'm not sure if it's YA or not. It's kind of giving YA by the style, and like the back blurb, I don't know if you can see it, but it's written in the Comic Sans font, which screams YA, but nowhere on it does it say young adult, so I'm not quite sure what I'm getting myself into with this one. Hopefully it's good. Next, I have a stack of thrillers slash like mystery and horrors. First is Veal by Mackenzie Nolan. This one is supposed to be about the main character who moves to a new town that is well known for its university and its murders. People in this town believe that there's some sort of monster that comes out and kills women, and the main character is kind of set on finding out if this monster truly exists or if it's just one really messed up guy. This sounds like it's going to be super interesting. Also, it's floppy. Love a good floppy book. Next, I got She's a Lamb by Meredith Hambrock. I am not entirely sure what this one is about, mostly because I was really drawn to it by the cover, and also it is described as a delusional main character. That's all I really needed to know. I don't want to know the details. I feel like with this one, the less I know, the better. I always love a good delusional main character, and the cover is just giving classic horror, so I can't wait to eventually dive into this one. Next, I got The Clinic by Kate Quinn. This one is about a woman whose sister was in a rehab clinic and ended up dying, and it's ruled a suicide, but she doesn't quite believe it. So she wants to go and investigate the clinic herself and see if it really was a suicide or if there are other strange things happening. My vote is probably going to be on the strange things. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Okay, next I got a copy of We Love You Bunny by Mona Awad. This is a follow-up to Bunny by Mona Awad. I've been so excited for this one, and I found it in a local bookstore, so I bought it from them. I've been trying to buy new books more from locally owned bookstores rather than big outlets and such. But anyway, I just opened it up just to see what the end pages look like, and it came with a cute little bookmark. That is so exciting. It says, "We love you, Bunny." I cannot wait to read this one. I loved Bunny so freaking much. I know it's one that people either, hey Win, sorry, she's like hitting the camera right now. I know that it's one that people tend to either love or hate, and there's really no in between. I myself really loved Bunny. It's definitely an acid trip of a read, but it also has a lot of meaning to it if you just let yourself be swept up by that book. And I'm hoping this one is going to be just as good as the first one. Then I got this beautiful edition of I Who Have Never Known Men by Jacqueline Hartman. I've been wanting to get my hands on this forever. I haven't read it yet, but I'm really hoping that it's going to be as good as I'm picturing in my mind, and that's why I settled on the deluxe edition rather than just the regular one. From what I have heard, this one is supposed to be about a group of women who were held captive underground and have never known or seen men, and then escape one day, whether they're set free or actually just break free, I'm not sure, nor do I want to know until I read it. And it is about them, I think, either being reintegrated into society or being freaked out by it. I'm not sure, but it sounds very interesting, kind of culty, and I can't wait to finally read this one. This is one I'm definitely going to be reading sooner rather than later. Then I was given Misery by Stephen King. This is one of my favorite Stephen King novels ever, and this new edition has a beautiful cover. I myself only own the mass market paperback edition, so I'm so happy to be adding this one to my collection. It feels right to finally have one that's like a nicer copy rather than just the tiny little one that I have that's like pocket-sized. Then I guess I'll quickly show you the fantasy. I really don't have much because I've been on kind of like a fantasy slump recently, but I finally got the paperback for House of Flame and Shadow by Sarah J Maas. I still have not read any of the books from this particular series, but I know I will get to it eventually, so I decided to finally add the paperback to my shelf. Then I was given Mythos by Stephen Fry, and this is Greek mythology reimagined basically, and it has pictures, which is always great. I love Greek mythology, so I can't wait to get into this one. I feel like I do not know as many Greek myths as I'd like to think that I do, so I also feel like I'm going to be learning a lot from this one. Then I have a cute little stack of poetry I'll just quickly share with you. So this one is called Greenverse, and it is just an anthology of poems written by various authors about the planet and nature. Then I got The Wild Iris by Louise Gluck. Once again, nature poetry. There's a bit of a theme here. Then I got the Book of Tree Poems. Literally is exactly what it says it is, just poems about trees. And can I just take a moment to say that the willow on the back of this is beautiful. Oh my gosh. Then I got Oh It's You Love Poems by Cats by Francesco Martuliano. I'm so sorry if I'm not saying that last name correctly. And this one is filled with cute little kitty pictures to go along with the poems. And then last for the poetry, I got Lily Reinhardt's collection, Swimming Lessons. I have no idea if this is going to be good, but I always see it everywhere and it was finally on Book Outlet, so I figured I would give it a go. I guess maybe now I'll do the small pile of classics. Normally I don't haul that many classics, but 2 of them were from Book Outlet and 3 of them were gifts, so it kind of just worked out this time. First I got Animal Farm by George Orwell. I was always hesitant as to whether or not I actually wanted to read this book, but recently I've felt a pull to read it, so I decided to give it a go. It was nice and cheap on Book Outlet, and it's a super cool edition. It's like a hardcover, but it's bendy at the same time, if that makes sense. And it's also not leather, which I like. And then same style, but this one is 1984 by George Orwell. Same story as the last one as well. Was never really sure if I'd be into it, but lately I've been thinking about it and I do really want to read this one. Then I was given this beautiful edition of Pride and Prejudice with sprayed edges. It is gorgeous. It's one of the most recent ones that has been released. And it is very lightweight for a hardcover, which I love. It makes it a lot easier to take it places and read it on the go. Then I was also given another beautiful edition of Pride and Prejudice. This one has a slipcover on it, but the naked hardback is where it's at. Oh my gosh. I forgot how beautiful this one really is. This edition also has gold sprayed edges and it is illustrated. Hold on one moment and I will find one of those beautiful illustrations for you. They're all kind of a moody watercolor vibe, which I love. I think it goes along with the story so freaking well. This edition of Pride and Prejudice is honestly a work of art. And then this itself is not really classic literature, but it kind of is, and it is the Jane Austen Insult Guide for Well-Bred Women by Emily Reed, and it is basically just things to say to people using Jane Austen quotes to like smack talk them. So it kind of gives you the situation and then what you should say to that person in a Jane Austen quote, which is amazing. Now we are down to our final 3 books and they are all manga. First is volume 2 of A Man and His Cat. I loved volume 1 and I was gifted this one for Christmas and I cannot wait to read it. I'm hoping that this series is gonna just continue to be sweet and cozy. And then I got 2 Junji Ito's. The first one is Moan and the second one is Fragments of Horror. I cannot wait to read these. They are both very short collections by him and they both look disgusting. So hopefully they're going to be great and scare the pants off of me. But that is it for this book haul. Let me know in the comments if you've read any of these and what your ratings are. Really hoping that I just hauled like a pile of 5-star books. That would be amazing. But with that, I am going to leave this one here. I hope you have a great rest of your week and happy reading.